All right, there we are. We're live. What's going on, guys? Today we're going to be doing a live talk, myself and Positive High System. So we're going to get set up in just a second here. Let us know when you join.
Woo. What's up? What's up? Hey, what's up, dude? Let me know if it's too echoey or not, but it's raining outside here in I'm over in Elk Grove, Sacramento, so super rainy. So I was like, okay, cool, nice.
Cool.
So, but yeah, man, how you doing, dude? Where you at right now?
Good. I'm outside of park right now in San Diego.
Nice,
beautiful day.
Ooh, nice day. Yeah, dude, it's super cloudy and rainy right now, so I was like, let me chill inside. But yeah, dude, how's your trip going and everything?
Good so far, man. Good so far.
Nice.
We just spent a week in Baja.
Oh, nice.
First time in Mexico. That was beautiful. That was a good experience.
Solid. So you guys just heading from the south and then just driving up and then going back down?
Yeah. Yep.
Nice.
We got quite a few people joining in on us right now. We got Eric, Neff, Benjamin, Luciana. What's going on, guys?
What's up, guys?
So we're setting up a Facebook Live as well, and I'm gonna try to screen share so you guys can see us on Facebook as well.
Right on, dude. All channels. Let's go.
Yeah. See if we can figure out this tech stuff. All right. But yeah, so for you who are joining in on Facebook already, we are going to talk about our workshop next week. It's going to be a collaboration between Positive High System and myself, Original Human Movement. So that's Serge and myself, Nate.
Yes, guys.
So yeah, we're going to be talking about the experiences we're going to have at this workshop, the skills you're going to learn, and also how this can help combat the coronavirus. I know this is viral news lately. This virus is infecting our media, it's infecting our minds, and hopefully it doesn't infect too many people. We're going to talk about that today, and hopefully we can work it out on Facebook and Instagram so you guys can both join. But while I set that up, you wanted to go ahead and introduce yourself, Serge, and talk about this workshop coming up?
Oh, yeah, for sure, dude. Yeah, so what's up, guys? I'm Serge. Originally from Maui, Hawaii. I live in the Area now, San Francisco. Healthy fitness coach, guide I like to use. Getting into more in depth as far as finding myself moving in nature, realizing we are nature. But also just want to spread the positive high. So my whole thing is rediscover your positive high. What that means is either re-engage in things that you enjoyed back in the day. That could be when you were a child or even like 2 months ago. Just getting back into feeling your body through movement and also discovering positive highs. So that one thing that you've always wanted to try, rock climbing, yoga, is kind of, my mission is to openly invite you to engage in this movement to feel good, feel your positive high. Yeah. But yeah, and then with the workshop, Nate actually told me that he's doing a van tour. So I was like, hey, dude, I want to show you Maury Point in Pacifica, which is one of my favorite spots ever. So basically in Pacifica, Northern California, there's a trail called Maury Point. For me, it's like the perfect like natural movement setting because you walk in, you park in the parking lot, and then there's a nice little like 0.5 mile hike, which I like to do my guided or sensory-based walking meditation. So there it gets me into more of the in-tuneness of the present moment and also just being present and seeing and feeling everything as you're hiking through towards like the coast. And then on the coast, there's the beach, there's rocks, there's logs, there's actually a rock wall where you can practice just jumping and climbing and stuff. So it's just pretty fun. And then you go up, there's more trails and stuff, but I like to go all the way up to my rock sanctuary. It's kind of hidden. So there's random rocks that kind of found. It's like, oh shoot, this is a perfect spot. And yeah, there's like rocks where you can climb, or not climb, but throw, carry, and all this good stuff. And then got my favorite tree. There's 2 trees there that I like, but there's one tree that's in particular that just always calls me. So that's basically I like to call it my spot, but it's our spot. But that's like I go there like at least like 2 or 3 times a week. So I'm actually pretty stoked to kind of guide this small group and kind of show them how I see things, how I see Maury Point through the eyes of, not only natural movement, but just being in the present moment. Yeah. But, and then having you, practicing, MoveNet, natural movement, with the whole skills and every skill base, through natural movement and MoveNet is going to be a good combo, dude. So, which is cool because I can learn from you too. So we can learn from each other, So
exactly. Yeah.
But
yeah, we'll definitely be learning from each other for sure.
But yeah, it's gonna be a pretty good experience, dude. Like I already know because I'm always there, and like that's my whole thing is like us as humans, we collaborate, we share. That's how we thrive, right? So I'm actually pretty stoked, dude, that I can not only meet you in real life, but also just kind of get this small group of people moving together and just experiencing Maury Point, dude. But yeah,
I'm super stoked for that. When we first of all, I just started the Facebook Live a little bit later. So if you're joining on Facebook, we're doing an Instagram Live as well. So I got 2 cameras to look at here. And I was attempting to do a screen share, but it didn't quite work out. But so you can just, if you're on Facebook, you can just hear Serge. If you want to see him, you can join us on Instagram as well. So yeah, we're talking about our workshop coming up next week. It's a positive high system and original human movement collaboration. And if you're listening in, you're just hearing Serge talk about Maury Point, the location we're going to be hosting it at. And it's just amazing. So we broke it up into 4 parts. And there's going to be 4 distinct locations we're going to be moving in. And we've come up with a different set of experiences, a different set of movements, different set of skills to learn in each location. And that's what Serge was just talking about. If you can hear him, hopefully if you can hear him. If you're on Facebook, let me know if the audio is clear enough. So yeah, that's what we're talking about. And so we were just talking a little bit before the live. And, in the news right now, the whole concern is this coronavirus, right? Everyone's talking about the coronavirus. And, at first we're kind of thinking, this might scare some people away, but this might keep people inside in their homes. But we talked about it, when you think about it, this is exactly why, people should come out, not because, we want anyone to get sick, because that's not what we're trying to do. But what we are doing is we're having a small group of people. So that's number one. We're keeping a small group. We don't want to have a big group of people where getting infected is more likely. But also we're going to be outside. We're going to be completely outdoors. We're not going to be indoors where viruses spread easily. We're going to be outdoors with fresh air. We're going to be with sunshine. We're going to be grounded, and we're going to be connected to the earth. We're going to be moving our bodies. All these things that will boost your immune system. And we'll talk deep on that. Me and Serge talk about this a lot. You're doing your Mother Earth Wednesdays or your Mata Earth Wednesdays, which I love. So we can talk about that as well. But these things we're going to be doing are all going to be to boost your immune system. And, we're going to be in a nice open space. We're not going to be congested where things can get, contagious or anything like that. So we're going to be really keeping this in mind with this latest virus, how we can help not only avoid getting it, but also increase your best defense and your last line of defense, which is your immune system, So yeah, you want to talk a little bit about that, Serge?
Yeah, dude. Yeah. So basically, like you said, safety first. So the good thing is we got a small group coming through. And yeah, we're going to not be doing any partner stuff, grabbing, carrying and all that stuff. So, but yeah, like we said with it's actually Mondays, Mother Earth Mondays. So basically what I've been doing, I've actually been practicing earthing for a while, grounding. So basically having your bare skin touch the earth and all the good stuff. But I finally decided to, I guess, come out of the earthing closet, as they say. So now I'm actually promoting and openly, educating others as the benefits of earthing and touching, your bare skin on the earth and all the good stuff. But yeah, dude. So basically, and also with force bathing, so nature therapy and all the good stuff. So just being outdoors, it's been scientifically proven to boost your, like you said, immune system, especially with the natural killer cells that the NK cells and everything. So they're in Japan, they're very, very huge in the forest bathing science and all the good stuff. And there's actually been reported studies that people who go out into nature, even for like 2-3 hours, their NK cells just increase over like 20 to 30% after that experience. And even a few days after that elevated rise in NK cells are still up there. And the NK cells, they help boost your immune system, kill off all the bad stuff, layman's terms. But
Exactly.
yeah, and then as far as like we're talking about, just the vitamin D, getting that sunlight, movement, and all that good stuff, it also helps to boost your immune system and all this stuff. And then as far as just being outdoors and just seeing that the landscape, it gets you in that calm parasympathetic state, right? So right now, a lot of us are bombarded with all this news, like, oh shit, gotta stay inside. Oh shit, gotta stay inside. And then most of us, hopefully we're not on the phone or on the TV 24/7. But if you're holed up in your house, there's a higher chance that you will be looking at your phone. You'll be looking at the TV screen, computer screen. So your eyes are just fixed and focused on one thing. So there's studies that show that when you're outdoors, the number one thing is it's just so wide and vast where your eyes and your brain can just kind of scope the savannah and just be in more that parasympathetic state, right? So that's one big thing with the earthing that I can kind of promote with everyone. Even though if you want to, self-contain, self-quarantine, you're, being in the house, even if you're kind of, wary of going outdoors and all the other stuff, just go outside. You know what I'm saying? Get that fresh air, breathe, kind of just look at the clouds, do some cloud gazing, because that will get you out of that. Because, right now everything's like coronavirus. So even then, cortisol levels are up, just that stress, fight or flight. So that's just going to add to the weakened immune system and just the weakened spiritual state, right? So
there's so many angles that come across this. There's the grounding we just talked about. You briefly mentioned eye nutrition, right? When you're stuck indoors all the time, your vision is literally narrowed, and what this has on the effect this has on your psychology is when your vision is narrowed, when you become single focused and you don't see the bigger picture of things, you're literally raising your stress. And it works both ways, right? When you become stressed, your focus becomes narrow, and when your focus becomes narrow, you become stressed, right? It works both ways. If you think about this in a more evolutionary perspective, if you have an immediate threat, right, an animal to run from or to run towards, that takes up all your focus, right? You focus on this one thing and you forget everything else, right? You're not looking at the stars, you're not looking at the trees, you're focusing on this one animal, and that raises your cortisol. It sends your hormones into fight or flight, and that's essentially what you're doing when you're indoors staring at your phone, stressing about this coronavirus, stressing about the news. That's essentially what you're doing. So when you step outside with us for this workshop, you're doing the opposite. You're expanding your vision. You're taking in the colors, the greens, the blues, the light, the natural lighting. And that really just melts away that stress, There was a comment on the last post I made about the coronavirus by a night shift biohacker. I don't know if you've heard of him.
Mm.
She's a nurse up in San Francisco where we'll be, and she's always posting great stuff. Her name's Chan, and she commented on that post saying how just 20 minutes in nature drops your stress levels. That's it. It doesn't even have to be just 2 or 3 hours. Obviously, the longer the better, but just 20 minutes outside is going to drop your stress levels.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's exactly what we need in times of health, right? You can't be stressed about a disease and expect to be healthy. You need to have you need to have a lot of things, but one of them is it's not stress levels to be healthy, right? And so that's another thing. And what else? Like we put nutrition,
Mm-hmm.
we talk light, there's just so many different angles that come about this. There's the fresh air in our lungs and sunlight that kills bacteria and viruses, and there's the probiotic rich dirt we'll be
Mm-hmm.
coming in contact with. I mean, there's so many angles we're going to be attacking this virus from.
Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah. No, for sure, dude. Yeah, and then I guess we can segue into the parts. I guess how we have 4 parts and everything. So basically I can talk about part 1. So I kind of briefly talked about it in the beginning. So basically with this workshop, like I said, I want to have you guys experience Mori Point through, I guess, my eyes, I guess, through the lens of not only natural movement, but through the lens of Serge. Yeah. But so basically the first part, like I said, it's from the parking lot to the actual coastline. It's minor, so maybe like 0.5, maybe 0.7 miles. But what I'd like to do is a sensory-based walking meditation, which also I do with my earthing practice on Mondays, or actually every day. Sorry, because Mother Earth Monday. Sorry, with my earthing practice. Basically, it's a sensory-based walking meditation practice. So what I like to do is when I get on the trail, I kind of just stand there and look at everything, right? So the trees, the ground, people passing by, and then I kind of just get that visual of just being there. You know what I'm saying? And then from there, it's kind of weird. Well, it's not weird, but it's different. So basically what I do now is I close my eyes and then I start walking. Okay, so and then I actually coordinate my breathing with my steps. One is just because I don't want to run into anything, and two, it's to be a little more present, right? So every 4 steps, I'll take in 2 breaths. So inhale, breathe, and close my eyes, but I'm still visualizing what I see, right? So from there, and I open my eyes just to see, kind of get another snapshot of the area, and then from there I get into more of the like just touch and feel. So I'm usually barefoot, so I kind of stop again. So I stop and then feel the ground with my toes and everything. Feel the wind if there's wind, the sun if there's sun, and then from there I get into just hearing. So I kind of focus on just the sounds, right? So the wind rustling through the trees, my footsteps, birds, animals, and all the good stuff. And then, and then my eyes are still closed and everything. So from there, I'm just adding on layers. So by the time I'm kind of halfway through that 0.5, I'm kind of already present. And then the rest of the quarter mile, I'm just walking. Just kind of now I'm like, okay, I'm here. So by then we're at the part 2, or the coastline, sorry. Usually by the coastline, then part 2 is going to be into the exploration of the beach, right? So
this basically dropping into your senses. You're really tuning into your body, your internal world. You're syncing that up with your external world. It sounds like you're not just kind of off in your head anymore, thinking about work or news or anything else. You're really centering yourself and making sure your mind body is connected fully.
100%, dude. Yep. Yeah, and then and then part two, which would be our beach exploration. So which is going to be more of a collab between me and you. And then kind of there's random like logs, rocks, and all the good stuff scattered around the beach and stuff. So there we can get into more of the skill based stuff, right? So proper carrying techniques, proper throwing techniques, and all the good stuff. So with the odd objects, and then there's the little rock wall that kind of separates the beach and the path. And yeah, that's perfect to just not only just to learn how to just kind of jump on rocks and stuff, but just getting your body used to moving in space and on random I guess surfaces. You know what I'm saying? So more texture on your feet, especially if you want to go barefoot. But yeah, so and then I mean, we won't do it now, but we can do I guess like more ground-based stuff. So warming it up even more with some ground-based movement and everything like that. So, but yeah, dude.
Nice.
If you have any more input, yep. Part two, we're gonna be down at the beach exploring, getting sandy, yep. Getting some salt air. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yep. I think personally, beach movement is my favorite movement. You know, you get that great combination of warm sun and barefoot in the sand and sounds of the ocean, and it's like a nice, you know, the ground itself is like just soft and smooth, and it's moving, it's dynamic, it's, you know, it's just so fun. And so it's cool that this specific spot that we'll be doing the workshop at also has logs and rocks that we can bring onto the beach and use on the beach. And so we're doing some lifting and carrying with those rocks and logs and stuff like that, and then getting into some ground movement, moving in the sand. That's always fun.
Yeah, dude. Yep. And then so that's gonna take up a good chunk of time, and then once we're done with that, we can kind of head up to the rock sanctuary. So part three is the rock sanctuary. So found this random spot. It's and then we're gonna do a nice little trail hike. Nice. It's not that intense, but there's one part where it's like, oh crap, this is pretty tough. But nice and steep. But awesome. Once you reach the top, it's worth it, dude, because the view is just amazing, dude. It's super, just the whole coastline, and usually there's waves just kind of crashing in, not too heavy. But yeah, just kind of just like that. There, you can kind of get that eye nutrition. So once we reach the top, we can chill for a bit and just kind of just like be in the moment even more. And then here we can practice more of the sensory-based earthing, or even just kind of just chilling, talking stories, seeing the whole area, right? And then from there and then we'll kind of sneak in between this little rock sanctuary that so far I've been there a ton of times. No one's been there, so I kind of dubbed it the secret rock sanctuary. But
a little private area.
Oh, dude, it's sick. It's sick, dude. It's fucking sick. But there's all different types of rocks, big rocks, little rocks. So we'll kind of further deepen our object carrying skills, and then we can get into our throwing. So it's fun too. It's kind of like anger management. So if you're kind of frustrated, there's this big like dirt wall where you can just like launch the rocks and start throwing rocks, dude. But we get there. So that's going to be a little more lifting, carrying, but mainly I want to work on the throwing. So kind of throwing skills and everything. And then after that, we can head back down towards the coastline, and then introduce you to my favorite tree. So this tree is amazing. I don't want to gas it up too much, but I bring my son Elijah. Videos, dude, it's sick. Yeah, so it's honestly like the perfect like climbing tree. Hey, what's up? Because there's three different levels that you can go to. There's level one where like most of my videos you see is like level one where you can kind of just explore and kind of just get your feet wet, I guess, with the tree climbing. And then there's a second level where you can go a little higher. And then if you're feeling up to it, you can go up to the third level, which is almost up to the canopy, which is super solid. Yeah.
So we're gonna have progressions for every level of tree climbing. If you just want to look at the tree, you can
Yep.
do that. If you just want to crawl on the base, you know, just hang around real low, level 1, you can do that. And then we can progress you through to level 2 and level 3 if you're up for it. It's completely up to you.
Yep, for sure, dude. Yeah, and then yeah, so and same thing, like I'll show you guys, like this tree is honestly meant for you to chill out in. Because the way it's formed, well, yeah, once you go up to level 2, the tree, so the coastline, say, is to my right, and then you're seated here, and then the tree kind of forms like a wave, like this, and then it's just open. So you climb up, and you're chilling, and you look, and then you can just hang out, chill, and just you can see the whole coastline. And then we can fit probably like 2 or 3 people on that level 2 where you can just hang out and just talk story. But yeah, it's I'm pretty stoked to show people this tree, and it's kind of, and then even if you're kind of weary about going up to level 2, even at level 1, you can still see the coastlines, hang out, and everything like that. And then I kind of want to introduce everyone into my so there's 2 types of, I guess, tree climbing for me. Is there's a more of like strength based, like Arlene calls it tree jitsu. So we can kind of introduce people to some tree jitsu, and then we can also introduce people into the more flow climbs. So kind of just flowing through the branches. And then this one's perfect too, because the branches are low enough where you don't necessarily have to hang. You can kind of stand and then kind of active hang yourself, and then kind of pull, and then kind of just transition towards the different branches and stuff. Yeah.
Okay, so from this level, you can just place your hands and still have your feet on the ground. Is what you're saying?
Yeah.
So even if you can't fully support yourself on your hands, you can still participate in hanging.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, dude. So it'd be perfect. So you know, some people they kind of worry about just climbing in general. They don't think they're strong enough and everything. So I was like, oh no, we'll get you there. You know what I'm saying? So there's this tree, and like this workshop, it's for just people who are completely new to the natural movement practice, and for those who are more experienced and who have had experience with natural movement and just moving within nature. So I'm actually super stoked, because like not only will like people learn from us, but we're gonna learn from the whole group, right? So but yeah, exactly. Man, this is that 4-part series is gonna be, it's gonna be fun, dude. Yeah.
I'm stoked, man. I've seen all the pictures and videos of you moving there. I've been sharing them on social media, and I just can't wait to be there myself, experience it, and help guide people through moving their bodies the way you know, they're intended to move, and helping them see movement opportunities as we see them, and maybe they'll see other things that we won't see, and so it'll be fun exploration. It'll be fun adapting and growing stronger and learning and talking and connecting and you know, staying healthy, staying grounded, and I'm super stoked for that. Yeah,
dude, and then that's actually a beautiful thing you just said, because kind of seeing the scope of not only just movement of being constrained to just the gym, or even just like in the house, right? Like for me, like ever since I started just diving deeper into the natural movement practice and everything like that, it's like I don't see movement as like a chore or anything. It's like I see like a ledge or like a tree. It's like, oh shit, look at that tree. I want to go climb that tree real quick. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm actually like, my eyes are open to just my surrounding environment now. It's not just you know, I don't just see just a tree. I see an actual living being, and also an opportunity to kind of interact with the tree, right? So yeah, it's just even just the ground in general, just the earth, like just whenever I walk barefoot, it's like now I'm more I guess aware that I am walking barefoot. Does it make sense? Yeah. So like I'm like, okay, I actually feel the texture of the different you know, okay, this is grass. Oh, the grass feels good. Oh, okay, I'm walking on some rocks. Ooh, okay, these rocks are actually massaging my feet right now. You know what I'm saying? It's not just like, it's not just like, oh shit, fucking rocks. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So
it's just seeing through your feet.
Yeah, exactly. Seeing through your feet. I like that. Yeah, exactly. So like I'm actually like you said, like just super stoked with this, as far as especially when we get just people new to this whole space, this new lens, that they're gonna walk away from this just like with their not only eyes open, but just their mind expanded, just like, oh yeah, like you're really like here, you know what I'm saying? Like you're really present. You're not just
Exactly.
going through the motions and stuff, right? So yeah, I'm
That's
actually just super stoked. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, and that's perhaps the most important part. It's of course the physical thing. It's getting the strength, the mobility, the stability, the skills is so you can look at this through many different lenses, right? It's of course the physical. You're getting all these attributes that are beneficial to you. You're also getting the skills, the knowledge and the ability to um, move through your environment, to be able to, you know, you know, take on adventures better, have more experiences. But also, like as we were just talking about, is not only the physical, but it's also the mental. Expanding your mind, literally to see more. Um, no longer is a table just a table, or a tree just a tree that you're walking by. Now it's an opportunity.
Mhm.
You're literally seeing more opportunities to move your body, to grow stronger, become more mobile, to get a better view, to 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 get higher off the ground, and and you know there's that, and that has a benefit in terms of play and fun. But there's also the other side of it, and that's not only thriving, which is what we're talking about, thriving, but there's also surviving, right? A lot of the skills we're practicing is also our survival skills, to be able to run and jump and get elevated off the ground. If you live near water, or, to get away from a flood, or to get away from a dog chasing you, or, whatever it is, these skills all have a practical purpose in survival and in thrival. It can be simple as helping people carry things. It can be as complicated as, running and, saving your life. And it could go beyond the immediate survival of the skill in itself, you know, running and jumping and climbing, but also growing stronger physically, externally, and also internally, right? Boosting your immune system, as we talked about in the beginning. So this 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 stuff we're doing is not just you could try to box it in and say it's just one thing or the other, right? It's
Mhm.
I'll get really nice muscles from doing that, or you get really nice mobility from doing that, or whatever. But it's like it's more than that, What's going on, Craig? And so it's you can't really box it in. It's really holistic in its approach and in the outcomes and the results, right?
Yeah, and like we were saying earlier, like this is kind of needed kind of more than ever, because now we are, being holed up in our house, just, for safety's sake, you know what I'm saying? But then, like you said, with your friend, just 20 minutes just outdoors has that powerful boost, that powerful effect on your immune
Yeah,
system, right? So,
yeah,
yeah, and then if you follow nature therapy, yeah,
yeah,
they actually have their certification for the force bathing, and they had a pretty powerful article online that they shared about just the benefits of, especially in times like this, going outdoors with the iron nutrition, the earthing, the grounding, the soil, like all that goodness. And like we're saying, like you're not just gonna learn these skills to help you get stronger and live better throughout your whole practical movement and everything, but you will get the mental and the inner benefits and everything. So yeah, it's super powerful, dude. I'm stoked. Like I said it like 5 times, but I'm actually very, very excited, dude. Just because, yeah, it's needed more than ever. Because I even was telling my friends and my clients and everything, like this whole thing going down. I'm thoroughly convinced that there's only going to be good that's going to happen out of this whole
yeah,
thing, and this whole experience of the coronavirus, hysteria, scare, and everything is going to bring us all together. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like for the most part, human nature, we want to take care of each other. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
We want to thrive. It's just we got to kind of not necessarily put like a mental shield, but kind of a mental I guess like a watch guard of like what's going into your head. What are you seeing? What's going in? Are you letting it ruminate? Like, oh shit, oh shit, oh. You know what I'm saying? It's like if you're always in, like you said, with that survival, it's like that's all you're gonna focus on. But here we're giving you opportunity to kind of just open up just for a bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Open up your movement, open up your mind, open up your body, you know. Open up everything, and heal that way, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So let's do a quick recap of the 4 parts, right? So part 1, we got the sensory exploration, tuning in, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Part 2, we got the beach movement.
Yep.
Right? Be lifting and carrying logs and rocks and moving in the sand, ground movements.
Yep.
Part 3, we're heading up, right? The hike.
Yep. Yep.
Yep. We're gonna get a nice view from the top, and it's gonna be worth the hike.
Yep. And then we're gonna get to so we'll walk, and then we can chill there, and then take you guys to the rock sanctuary. So do some more like odd object lifting, carrying, but that's gonna be mainly I'm gonna focus on throwing, so throwing skills and everything like that. Yep. And then after that, part 4, we're gonna walk back down. And then we're going to introduce you to my favorite tree. So get the intro to tree climbing. So how to safely and effectively explore your new favorite tree, wherever that may be.
And on that last part there with the tree climbing, we're going to have levels for every progression. You know, we got Serge broke it down into 3 different levels earlier. Yeah. And even within those levels, there's going to be options, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so we're going to have options for everybody, basically. And then, after that workshop, actually, we also didn't mention it earlier, but we're going to have a natural movement mixer, right?
Yep.
You want to talk about that? It's going to be a little bit later after the workshop.
Oh, yeah. So after the workshop, we'll be heading to my friend's spot, Bubbles in Bloom beauty shop. So basically, we're just going to just hang out, talk shop, and everything like that. And just get to know each other a little more. It's our friend Jeremy's birthday, so it's also a little birthday celebration for friend Jeremy. But yeah, so basically we're just gonna we're gonna meet up at my friend's spot, which is about maybe 3 to 5 minute drive down the road from Maury Point. So we got a carpool. We can carpool if you guys want. But yeah, so a couple hours, just kind of just chill, talk story, hang out. And just kind of talk about our experience that we just had with the workshop over at Maury Point. And then from there, we just go home, share our experience with our family, and hopefully we can, spread the word of just going outside and just enjoying nature, and also just teaching our the skills that we learned with our friends and family and stuff.
So that's included with the workshop. And so so guys, if you're wanting to join us and have these experiences with us and learn these skills and combat coronavirus in the ways that we said, it's March 21st. That's next Saturday. This is at Maury Point in San Francisco. And so we'll drop the link for the event page where you can where you can RSVP and sign up, get your tickets. And stoked. Drop a comment below if you're joining us. And is there anything else you want to say before we wrap up here?
Dude, just remember, breathe, relax, get outdoors. Remember, we're all in this together, dude. We're all in this together, for real. Like, straight up, dude, Because, it's for some people it could be a scary time, but just breathe, relax. This Saturday, come out. We're gonna experience nature. We're gonna boost your immune system. We're gonna have some fun, dude.
Yes. All right. And we just got coming in from Mikey. Blessed day to you too, brother. Aloha. Come out and enjoy the fresh air with us. Get some sunshine. Come move your body. Grow stronger externally, internally. Expand your mind, expand your vision. Let's have some fun and stay healthy, y'all.
All right, brother.
All right.
See you this week,
All right, brother. See you soon. Take care.
All right.
Aloha.
Bye.
Come on, man. Make the movement move.